Hello! Welcome to Noob Beginnings. This is where we learn things together. Because we all know a little bit about something, but we're all pretty well useless at everything. So, so today I got my Kawasaki KLX250s that I did a swap for. I don't know a whole lot about bikes. I don't know much at all really. I know bare basics of things and stuff, but not much more than that. So basically what I wanted to do was, throughout the series of either bike videos or daily activity videos or whatever it is, the idea is so I can learn a little bit more by doing stuff myself, rather than getting someone else to do it who already knows what they're doing, and also just sort of document the fails and the learning experience, because I know there's a lot of videos out there that people want to do where they will learn, basically they know how to do it and they'll do how-to videos and everything like that, and generally when I watch those I end up stuffing it up the first few times and then I'll get it right. So I figured I'll do the whole experience so everybody knows what's going on. So basically what we're going to do today, I went shopping. So this is a bare bones basic bike. The only stuff I've done to it so far is literally just an oil change. So what I wanted to do is sort of get it ready to go for when I get my motorbike license. Bike's already registered, ready to go. But I was doing a little bit of research on the bikes themselves, and they were saying that there's a few little things that you might want to change and upgrade as we go, so I thought I'll go through and do a couple of those today. First being the handlebars. I have been told that these handlebars are easily bendable if you fall off, and I plan to probably fall off a fair bit, so I want to upgrade those. You're not filming. You're not filming the filming, are you?
No.
Okay, gonna make me even more embarrassed. So yeah, so went out, bought some new handlebars, bought a plate holder for the back because I don't want this thing ripping off and causing more damage than necessary, as well as some handlebar grips just to put on. The other things I will be doing to this is getting some of those Bark Buster, so the brand Bark Buster guards. They are on order at the moment, so I don't know when they're going to get here. Currently everything is taking longer than it should, so whenever that happens, that happens. So got different ones. I'll show you what I got. We'll give it a go. So just these ones here, that's just for the tail light, not tail light, the number plate, normal grips, black grips, and just some black bars. I don't know if you can see through the plastic. We'll do some close-ups of those a little later anyway. So yeah, let's get started and get on the handlebar bit, shall we? Right, also, just so you know, we're pretty new at filming, so this is probably going to be pretty bad. So what I want to do first, just for the sake of memory, I'm going to take a photo of everything, how it's sitting, so I don't get stuff mixed up, because otherwise that would be a bit shit, not knowing where things went. So I'm just going to take a few little photos around the actual bike itself, so I get an idea of how it's all actually placed. So I've learnt this in the past where I've thought I knew where stuff went and didn't go there. So yeah, take some photos. Now I'm just going to basically disassemble everything, I suppose. I don't think there's any real rhyme or reason on how stuff should come off. I think everything's pretty well good, as long as it just looks like little grip things everywhere. So I suppose we'll take off this bit and these bits first, and then all the rest. I don't really know how that mounts in there, but I'm assuming I'll know once I open that up. I don't know if Kawasaki's a metric or imperial or what the hell. Seems like a metric, that seems about right. So we'll try that out. And so this side is the 10mm on this side here. This side is an 8mm. So I'll just grab a little screwdriver thing, take these off with the mirrors and the brakes and that on it, and the clutch, and see how we go. Okay, I'll do that, I reckon that'll fit. And that'll do it. Oh, these are really loose, oh my god. Sounds like crazy loose. Oh, okay, they're super loose. Wicked. Is that what you want me to say? Alright, I'll just take those out, and I suppose this just all sort of just comes out. There we go. Oh, that's easy. Oh, okay, so there's like a little thing in the back there. Looks like an electric plug. That's actually some plug. Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Leave that down there, and I'll leave these bits on the desk here. 10mm in my pocket. There's just a little washer in it.
First.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Okay, so this plug has like a little grip on it. There we go. Pull that off. Yeah, perfect. Alright. Okay, so more you know. So, I think... Okay, seems to be this one might actually need to slide off the actual thing. Maybe. Maybe not. Should just all come off, I would have thought. Let's just gonna undo some more bolts and see what happens. There's a little nut underneath here. I think that's actually meant to come off the actual handlebars and slide off itself actually. I'm having a look, there doesn't seem to be a seam back there. Alright, in that case I'll put this back on. See? Learning stuff and things. Don't really know what this bit does. I like the way I'm learning on like the important bits like brake and clutch. In other words, they're the bits that make me go and make me stop. How does that come apart, I wonder?
Like.
On the back here, there's 2 screws. So I'm assuming that we just undo these and everything should just pop off really. Also, good thing about filming is I can look back at this video when I need to reassemble if I need to. That's quite a long bolt. Nothing gonna fall out of there. Okay, so it's just a clip. Oh yeah, I see, and that's your accelerator cable. Okay, so it just goes like that. Very nice. Then I wonder how... Oh, and then that just pulls right like that. Rightio, that's super easy, but the difficult part is that I need more of this room. Right, okay. Wonder if... Pull that maybe? Or can these extend by any chance? Enough to let me... Oh, there we go. Okay. Ah, perfect. Okay, so I just need to remember. So the top one, that's accelerator, so the top one's going to be acceleration and the bottom one's going to be stopping. Hey, that's easy as. Oh, there we go. Alright, guys, so on this, and I wasn't sure or not because I was too scared to actually figure it out, but if I ever actually look at the end of this here, so we've come around here, so notice how that has like a welded hole there, so you actually can't fit the handguards if there's a welded hole there. All the aftermarket ones that you get, and this is all stuff I learned from the guy at the shop, all the aftermarket ones that have a hollow bit, so that's now going to allow you to fit on your hand guards just there. So that side's all off. Do I undo this side? I was having a little bit of a look. I don't know how I'm going to get that little thing off the this bit. If you're a professional and you're watching this, you know, you should know better than to watch this. You're going to just be mad at me. You're going to be like, why'd you not do that first, you idiot? But that's okay. Also, open for constructive criticism. I like constructive criticism. It's better than mean criticism. Alright, so that bit doesn't actually... okay, that's got to be like... How the hell do you get that off? Now, I remember when I was a kid, and I used to put new grips on my bike, I used to have an air compressor and put it in and get it off, but I don't have an air compressor here. So, I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to have to like manhandle it and just make it come off. Unless there's a way for this bit to actually just unattach, which also I don't know. It doesn't seem to be. I think that's one unit and it's just got a split there to tighten it so you can adjust how high and low it goes. And I don't want to cut it off because that's just a recipe for pain if I slip. So I'm trying to put a screwdriver down there to get like a little bit of room and also break the glue that they've got in there. It seems to be working. There we go. That's coming off slowly. Ah. There we go. Right. Hurts your hands a bit. So I'm pretty sure, going by this side here, it has these little bits to pull. So I'm assuming it's going to have the same sort of thing built into that bit for that wire. So if I can have a little bit of a look-see in here, I reckon it might be how that's sort of fitted in. Oh yeah, okay, so just under there, it has a bit of wire in a little hole. How do I get it out of that though? Alright, cool. So that original bolt that I did on this side that I took off, it turns out I might need to take that off. I was having a little look. That's all should be able to pop out with this bolt out. So we'll give it a go and see if that actually works or not. If it does, then my genius is brilliant. If it doesn't, then that's a bit shit. So I'm guessing that this whole bit here just sort of comes out. There we go. Oh yeah, so that's all threaded now, and that all just sort of pops out. Oh gosh, I'm nervous about putting it back together. So with any luck, this bit here should just come out. There we go. Should just come out. Right. It looks like this bit here needs to also be screwed out as well. Alright. Can I just lift the whole thing out? Oh my gosh. Why are they so... I understand why they're in there. It makes sense. Unless I'm meant to loosen this somewhere down the line. What? Don't know. Don't really know. Don't know what I'm doing, guys. Let's be honest. Right, so in here, I'll show you. So in here, so this was like jamming, that silver bit was jamming in that bit. So if I hold it up straight enough, I can actually turn that, and that should hopefully unthread all the way, and I'll not have to adjust anything back here. This bit should just pop out. There we go. Cool. So that's all come off. So we'll have a look. It's that bit there. Just trying to see on the camera. So that bit there just comes off like that. Then all that. So this should just be able to all slide on off, and we'll be good to go. My camera lady is in a bit of pain. She hurt her shoulder, so holding the camera is a bit difficult at the moment. So have to bear with us while we. It takes 5 minutes. So that's everything off the handlebars themselves. There's these like little plastic clip things as well, so that shouldn't be too difficult. So on each side, holding all the wires on, there's these little plastic clip things. So they just, there we go, they just pop out. Awesome. It's easy as. Oh, I say that, then I can't get that one out. There we go. Fantastic. So I'm assuming that's just these four bolts, and the whole bit should come off. Let's see how we do. Down there, these are all a 12mm on those. So I'll undo those and take the bar off. Right, so I've got to admit, I am kind of nervous because these ones here on this side were actually loose. The one at the back there, not both of them. The one at the back there was actually loose. So got me kind of nervous about what else is loose on this bike. Maybe another video I should try and tension everything up and make sure everything's actually not going to fall off. So one thing I did notice between the old and new bars, so obviously not welded and things like that, but these have little grip things on it. So I'm assuming that's going to help it from moving, whereas these don't actually have anything. They got like a little measuring gauge, I suppose that's the angle that you'd have them on. This side of the bar is all nailed, so that's going to be a pain in the ass to get the grip on. Whereas this bar is all nice and smooth, so I'm assuming smoothness is just for the for where the accelerator goes. But other than that, yeah, I don't know if that nailed thing is going to be a pain or not. Once I put these on, I'm kind of curious as to whether the bars are going to shift forward or back. Hopefully they won't. But yeah, I guess we'll find out together on this one. Here we are, all off, nothing on there. Looks a little bit naked. So yeah, they're all ready to go. I'll put them on. Pretty much reverse of what I just did. I won't bore you with putting the actual bars themselves on, but I'll film doing the accelerator, clutch and all that sort of stuff, so we can make sure that they're all on properly. Alright. So one little thing that I did notice was that I didn't take note of the angle of the bar. So I'm assuming I've just got to set on there and get it to the angle that I want it. I'll bring it around because I want to show you one more thing actually as I was putting it on. Actually, before I get onto that, so the guy at the shop was saying so you can actually get fatter bars and thinner bars. And this is something that I didn't really realise, so luckily he actually pointed it out before I picked the bar. Inside here is obviously a certain diameter. So if you get thicker bars, they won't actually fit inside there. If you do get thicker bars, there's actually adapters you can buy. So you sort of buy it, but the only thing with buying the adapter, apparently it will raise the bar up a little bit higher because you actually have to sort of link them together. So I went with the thinner bars to make it more of a easier look, and also I just don't think I need the thicker bars purely for the fact of I don't really understand why I'd need them with the sort of work that I'm going to be doing. I don't think I'm going to be falling off that hard, and if I am falling off that hard, it's not the only thing that's going to be breaking, is it? To find the center of these, these ones have the numbers in it. I'm just going to work on the numbers to try and find the center point because they seem to be in the middle of the bar, so that one end isn't longer than the other. But yeah, I'll put all that together now and we'll do that. And I was also thinking it may even be easier to have this loose now anyway, because then I can move it up and down and then fit these components on the end of it easier. I think I'm going to start from this side and then that side. This seems to be a bit more difficult to put on just because of how tight it was originally. So with the idea in mind that I can probably move these up, so if I move them up I should be able to then realistically get that one a little bit easier, because I had a bit of trouble with that before when actually putting it together. How'd that go? As I was saying before, getting confused. Alrighty. Put that on, or at least get it ready to be put on, because I won't tighten everything up until everything's actually firmly in place. And then I'll put those on. So those were behind this one, I do remember that. So we can screw these in and get it all sort of sorted out. Realise what I did is the bit on the mirror. So we'll put these over and get that on there maybe. Easier said than done. That knurling on this bar here has made that a bit difficult, so what I'm going to do is I'll grab a flathead screwdriver, and I guess if I put that in there and give it a bit of a twist, there we go, that'll make that a little bit easier. Just open up that gap a little bit more to actually get that on. So then this bit here, for memory, so this bit here all connected up into there. So what I did to take that off was I moved that to that bit. This bit was in here, so I think I got to do this section first. So we'll get that lined up, the screw lined up on that, and we'll screw that in first, and then we'll go from that bit there. So it's going to be a bit difficult, isn't it? Whoa, yes, everything's falling. This bit here sucks. It's all brittle and I don't want to break it further, but it's just really annoying and in the way. Alright, that bit went on to there like that. This bit was like that. I'm trying not to fight against it. I don't want to actually twist the wire too much. I'm going to take this mirror off. But then no, that won't work. Move it across into there. Make that maybe a little tighter in there. If I can pull that down and keep that length. There we go. There we go. Cool. That was not easy. That sucked. Put that cover back over there, and I'll put the pin that goes through there back in so that the actual brake doesn't come off, because that would be kind of sucky. What have I done wrong, guys? Probably everything. Oh, by the way, there seems to be a little sensor underneath here that needs to be, there's like a little button. So if I grab the camera, there's a little button just under there by the looks of it, so you can see it comes out and pushes back in. This is what we call learning. There's a thread in there, so I'm just trying to hammer it into a thread. So you just kind of got to do this, I think, and we'll get that all in there. That's embarrassing. But the more you know, this is what it's all about. Getting better, bit by bit. Where did I put that? there's a little bolt that's meant to go in there. But right there we go. Hey. Yeah, and we'll just tighten that up like that. So it's not rocket science. It's just regular science, regular bike science. Learning things here. We learn things on this channel. Learn them together. I won't tighten everything up here yet until I know that I need to. The next thing that I will do is I'll put this bit on. So that bit was like that, and I grab the other piece from over here. There we are. And we'll put that on here. I think that sort of fits in like this. Just this is a normal sort of thing. There we go. Sort of feel around till it clicks in place, I suppose. And forcing things has caused me strife in the past. I've broken everything. So I used to be very impatient. What are we hitting on? What are we hitting on? I have screws. It's better something really simple. And it's just like, haven't even thought about it. So, right. Okay. So figured it out. That's a bit shit. So on the other bars, this was for placement. That makes sense now. So on the other bars, you notice there's a little hole there. So this would have pressed in that hole to be stuck nice and flush. Now these bars don't have that hole. So that's going to be interesting. I don't really know what to do there. The only thing I can really see that being an issue is the fact that I don't know how tight this will clamp around that. So I'd probably, if I do take that out, I'd probably need to get some form of tape or something like that to create a bit more of a tight fit. Right, let me think about what I want to do here. I'll be back. So what I'm thinking of doing, and because I don't want to drill into these bars, mostly because I'm not confident enough in where I'm actually going to drill is going to be the right spot. Not so much for the lengthwise, but more so around this bit. So what I was thinking of doing is that bit there, I'll cut that out with a drill bit or something. I'll just get rid of that bit and I'll put it on. The reason why I think it would be better to do this is because of where it's placed in the actual bit. There should be enough room that I might be able to actually get a tiny drill bit down there, and if I want to put it onto the original bars again, I should be able to get a tiny little screw in there and actually use that screw as that point to go inside those bars. So hopefully then it won't actually make a difference either way I go. So I'm going to cut all that out and then get it on pretty much. Right, so it's a new day. Figured out how I'll fit that. So on the inside of the little clip thing where it fits into that, on the original handlebars it would fit into like a little hole. There's like that little nipple looking thing. So basically what I've done is I'm just sort of taking that down a little bit, not all the way though, because if I go all the way I'm worried that that'll sort of slip, whereas now this one actually doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I grabbed a screwdriver and I just sort of basically just pushed it in there and made it all go a bit flatter. But what I also did as well is grabbing a 2.5mm drill bit and I'm drilling down into that piece there, so that then I can put the screw in at a later stage. So what I'm doing on this, I'm actually just going to put this in a little bit of the way, so most of the way into the drill bit itself, because I don't want to drill too far through and end up drilling to the other side of it. So that, put that down in there. Nice and easy. And then I'll get my other bit. Screwdriver, I'm just going to make that hole larger. Now that's a bit larger, I can actually cut that. I can actually cut this little bit off here. So just cut around there until it sort of gets nice and flat. That's now a bit flatter, so that should just fit on to here like so. And we'll just put the smaller screw goes in the top there, like so. Oh, wait on a minute. Forgetting the important part here. So from memory, this bit here was the top part, so I've got to figure out which way that actually goes onto there. Seems to just sort of, oh yeah, that will just sort of go in like that, won't it? Probably, yeah. Like that. There. And then, so I'm using the original, what do you call it, accelerator thing, rather than the new ones, because I think they're pretty universal. Now I've got this bit here, so we'll put that bit on like that. This bit should just clip into there and slide in like that. There we go. Nice. And this one here needs to go into there first. There we go. That's right. It's funny, you leave something for a day and then you forget where things go. I feel like I'm missing something here. I'm missing something important. Because I don't think that just hangs out like... what have I done wrong here? What I'm going to do, I'm going to look back at the photos I took, because I don't remember. Yeah, so that went around like that. This would have gone over that. That must have ran in there as well. Yeah, there we are. That makes more sense now. And this would have gone on top of that. There we go. Right, like so. And then this bit would have gone in there. And there's a little bit here that went onto something. I'm missing some. How did that plug into? I'll reposition these all later once I get everything all lined up. It's just putting it on at the moment. Just making sure that it all sort of fits in well. I don't want to tighten it up too much because I want to actually make sure that it's this bit here is working. Yeah, that seems good. Cool. That seems to be working well. Fantastic. Alright. So I won't tighten them up too tight just yet because I want to get them into the right position. Now the next thing was this bit here. So this bit here, one over there. I'm going to take the mirror off first. Like so. So yeah, so I screwed that on, position that, and I've got two little plugs at the bottom there, and I'll just poke them on. I'm just going to go back to the photos, just make sure everything's sort of positioned correctly before I start going any further.
Blade, hi.
Right, so that seems to all be correct. Just need to tighten everything up, and the other side also seems to be correct. Just need to get that screw in there to position that properly. So this one just went in here like this. Right there, and there's also a little plug that goes into that. There we are. Very good. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, now that's all sort of put in place, off camera, I'm just going to muck around and get it all sort of into the right position. And then once I've done that, I'll put the handle on. So I noticed as well, on this side here at the back, it actually has a little arrow saying pointing up for this bracket to go over the handlebars. So I changed that the right way around. Now I'm just going to put the handle grip on this side. I haven't properly adjusted this yet because I wasn't sure exactly where this would sit. So I'll just try and push it on and so that goes on really easy. I was worried about that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Alright, cool. So yeah, I'll just adjust this to the position that I want it at. I don't know if there's actually a correct sort of position for it. I'm pretty sure it's just whatever feels right. I think that's pretty well good. Might bring the handlebars up a little bit closer as well. I don't think there's really much else I need to do aside from putting the mirrors back on. I want to get some of those foldy down mirrors as well. So there's mirrors you can get that apparently they sort of just, you can fold them in and keep them out of the way, so then when you are going into the bush, they won't actually get knocked off. The other thing I did forget to mention was on these plastic bits where I drilled out, I used a 2.5mm drill bit because I was thinking that I'd probably end up using a 3mm screw in there if I wanted to put the old handlebars on. So the idea behind those is that I can keep everything nice and small and snug. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I'll just test the lights out, make sure everything all works. Everything all actually operates well. Front and rears. Looks good. Horn should work. Yep. Lady. Hey. Shh. And that all works. Starter motor. Yep, that's all good. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything, guys. I think that's all the handlebars on and nice and complete. I'll chuck these on. We'll do one little shot over everything. Do have these little clip things here as well that originally were on the bars, but I don't think they're really necessary at the moment. I think I might just get some zip ties and just sort of zip tie them all together. And yeah, then we'll be all pretty well good to go. Right, I think that's pretty much everything, guys. Yeah, thank you for viewing this. The next one will be the number plate holder. We'll try and fit all that on there. I did have a little bit of a look before to see how that would sort of work, but I'm kind of confused as to where I will end up putting the indicators. So doesn't really seem to be an indicator spot for the number plate holder. So I guess we'll find that out together. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for watching. Hope this was alright. Hope you managed it all the way through. If you have any queries or questions, probably don't ask me. I'll probably give you the wrong advice. Alright, thank you very much, guys. See you in the next one. It's all that shit in the background.
Kissing me on the reflection. See his shoes. Explain it.
That was a loose bolt.
Take it slow.
Take it slow.
You'll speed very fast.
I need to get a director seat for you. Take it slow.
You're so the same with me.
So, yeah. How do people do this so seamlessly?